And the Cavs trying to get a win at home and dressed for success. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. On the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Garland is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Henson in at the 5 down low. Here's Osman. And the shot goes down. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Here's Garland. After Luka Doncic's bucket, shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Mavericks. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Good on both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I briefly spoke with Coach John Beilein. He knows one key will be slowing down the big Latvian, 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis, who possesses that unprecedented combination of size and ball skills. So they'll try to be physical and try to keep him bottled up as much as possible. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Doncic, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Brunson. Over Sexton. A second chance effort. And Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Nance outside. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic LU jam.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Outside, Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Sexton seeing the floor, knowing where to run that time. Good pace.
Here's Brunson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Doncic outside. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
The Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The open look here for Sexton. A three-pointer off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Outside for Curry. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Sexton the pass to Osman. To the middle. Now here's Garland. Guarded by Curry. A floater. The rebound by Marjanovic.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Doncic. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Garland dishes to Henson. Kicks it to Sexton. Off target from outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
It's deflected.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Garland with the bucket. The Mavericks leading. Here's Brunson. Outside Curry. Ball's knocked loose. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. One falls for Brunson. And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. A pass to Porzingis. It's stolen by Nance. Pass to Garland. They get it back. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
For Dallas, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. One falls for Brunson.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row. And now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Brent, the Cavaliers have been lucky with high lottery picks.
They got really lucky with that #1 pick in LeBron James many moons ago, Kevin. But it's time for a rebuild here in Cleveland. And you wonder what the rookies that are coming in this season, along with John Beilein as a tremendous offensive coach in college at the University of Michigan, if this all doesn't help accelerate some of the learning curve for these young talented players.
2 on the clock. Nance, no good. Mavericks leading by 7. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Drops in the tray. Brunson's got 10.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so here's Cleveland following the 3-point basket by Dallas. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic against Porter. And Doncic gets it to go. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from 3-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Zizic has checked in for John Henson. Love comes in for Nance. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Garland. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Colin Sexton. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Curry. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Hardaway with the steal. He can't hit that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
The shot's good from Love.
Love is awesome at reading the defense. When they're not up on him, he's going to let it rip.
Now, Wright. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Porter. Doncic, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Now here is Dellavedova. And there's the pass to Love. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Love's got his second basket of the night.
I like seeing Love work that in-between area. He's got a great understanding of when it is that he's going to have the room to fire.
Out left to the wing. Wright, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway, no good. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Doncic against Porter. Pass to Clarkson. Got a piece of it. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Dellavedova after Luka Doncic's bucket. The fadeaway. Love, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Right, the pass to Kleba. Hardaway for three, and that's collected by Love.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Clarkson with the ball. Now right defending, and that one good from Clarkson.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Right outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That three off the mark. Mavericks leading by 8. Hardaway against Porter. In the corner, right with it. The three. No good that time. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. Dellavedova. Another shot. And it's Love missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here is Hardaway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kleba with the bucket.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Dellavedova scanning the floor. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's the break. Here's Powell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. The Mavericks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
J.J. Barea checked in for the Mavericks. No good on the second free throw.
And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Here's Dellavedova. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Love with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. The shot will not fall. And so it's Dallas in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Clarkson, and it's Zizic in at the 5 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Pass to Osman. And here is Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Zizic kicks to Love. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. Barea, that's a 2-pointer. Love grabs the board. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Wright. Passes it to Barea. Here's Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 on the clock. Right wing. Right for 3. And no good that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Clarkson finds Dellavedova. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
The first free throw is good. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for
Yes,
the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. It's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. And Porzingis, here we go. Now here's Brunson, defended by Sexton. There's the pass to Marjanovic. He kicks it to Curry. Clock at 4. Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Garland.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Garland, the pass to Osman. Curry with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's Garland, picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Mavericks have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Curry.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Henson. Kicks it to Garland. No good on the triple. Mavericks leading by 10. Brunson with it. 10 points for him. He dishes it to Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And here's a look at some numbers for Nance. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 9 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles. Oh, Nance in position. Right side Hardaway. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Inside, here's Curry. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Curry's got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Sexton the pass to Nance. Henson with it. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Out to the right wing. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. It's Curry outside. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 9.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Garland the pass to Henson. Here's Osman. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing currently who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph to some degree was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Garland, the pass to Nance. Out to the right wing. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Sexton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
Free throw good, Sexton. And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range, and Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Garland. Hits it from 3-point range. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Dallas leading by 11. Here's Doncic. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Nance with some nice D.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Curry. He had 15 points last outing. Doncic against Nance. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 14 points for the game.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Garland. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Sexton. And it's off from 3-point range.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Love's check in for Cleveland. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And it's right in for Jalen Brunson. That one misses.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Wright. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here's Porzingis for a three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight. Passes to Love. Down low, Garland, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Free throw good, Garland.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Ante Zizic is checked in for Nance. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. At one point, they led by 16. This is to Wright. Back to Doncic. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Dallas. Kleber, the pass to Wright. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
First free throw is good. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
All free throws good from Doncic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Now here is Dellavedova. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Love has it in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland. Mavericks leading by 15. Stolen by Dellavedova. Powell with the steal. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Wright.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Barea. Lays it in off the breakaway. Barea's got his second bucket of the night.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Dellavedova following the score by Dallas. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Wright dishes to Powell. Wright outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's check out some stats for Wright. How he did last season. He put up about 8 points a game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here is Dellavedova. Tight defense on him. Love the pass to Zizic. Now here's Clarkson. No good on the 3. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now Dellavedova. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And here's Barea outside. And that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, Clarkson doing his best to keep that mid-range jump shot from dying off.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. How do you guys get back in this game after the first half?
Thanks, shots. I mean, we're getting good ones. I don't know what it is. We had a day off. Just need to get our legs under us for the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
And we're seeing there's a certain it factor for Luka Doncic. His supreme confidence in himself, the terrific floor leader, he's turned a lot of people into believers in a very short time.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
This reminds me of myself. They're just giving away points from the free throw line. It's hard to keep pace when you keep putting guys on the line over and over. Being physical is fine, but they were out of control, way too reckless.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the floor for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Seth Curry is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Garland. And Henson kicks to Osman. Back to Henson. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Garland. And the 3 off target. Mavericks leading by 22. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. That shot wide open.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Now, here's Garland, guarded by Curry. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And the technical free throw is good.
Now, Sexton understands what's at stake for him, so the passion that he brings to the court on a nightly basis has to be there.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The wide open look here for Garland. No good with the triple. Mavericks leading by 23. Here's Doncic. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Doncic has got 20 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Henson after Luka Doncic's bucket. Henson dishes to Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup. Brunson's got 13 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. Sexton the pass to Nance. Shot clock at 5. Here's Garland. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Here's Garland. It doesn't go for him. Curry with some nice D.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Doncic passes to Brunson. Lob pass to Porzingis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Now looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Tipped away. Now, here's Sexton. 8 points for him. Henson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, what I like here is Henson takes a good angle. That can make all the difference in forcing a foul.
First trip to the line for him here. That's good from Henson.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Henson hits them both. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Oh, Nance in position. And here's Sexton. 8 points for him. Here's Garland. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And here is Garland. After Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Chalk up 2 there. And 12 points for Darius Garland.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here is Hardaway. 5 points in the game.
Well, I like how Porzingis squared up immediately to take that shot. Good at knocking those down.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Osman, guarded by Hardaway. Basket good. Osman's got 9. The Mavericks have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. On the wing, Hardaway. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Garland dishes to Henson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Brunson finds Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free. And yes, it's good. He has 7.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Sexton with it. He's got 8. Porzingis with the block. Now here's Brunson, covered by Nance. Outside Curry. Pass to Porzingis. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Henson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Cavs. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway for 3. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Osman. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Osman's got 4 this quarter.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Barea. Hardaway finds Barea. The tray. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Porter. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 6th rebound on the night. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Wright, the pass to Hardaway. Passes it to Kleber. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Porter. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Dallas shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And Wright kicks to Barea over Porter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Cavaliers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. 6 on the shot clock. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Love kicks to Porter. Five to shoot. Here's Dellavedova. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Now here's Barea. The pass to Powell to end the cold streak. Porter pulls it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now here is Dellavedova. Not a lot of room. And that one is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
That one goes in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Love, the 3rd shot of the possession, finally falls for him. Love's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Love's gone 3 of 7 shooting from the floor. Here's Barea. Pass to Kleber. Left side Hardaway. Pass to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists now tonight. Cleveland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And here's Love from the arc. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
The first one falls. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Hardaway. And so Wright nails both of them. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Wright. Now Love. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Porter dishes to Clarkson. From deep. The shot off that time.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Passes it to Barea. Fires the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Zizic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Clarkson. And another miss by Cleveland. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Well, how about that? Kevin Love getting up and making a statement block there.
And a wide open look for Porter. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 6 assists now in the game. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. The pass to Powell. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Wright. And it's off the back rim. No good. Well, Cleveland shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Pass to Clarkson. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Right, the pass to Doncic. Over Dellavedova, and so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Well, Cleveland shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Martin is out there with Zizic. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Windler in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not
NBA.
In today's game, and not
sports.
with what's at stake.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Powell kicks to Barea and stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. The quick look, no good that time. Mavericks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. The shot by Powell, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now here is Dellavedova. Defense right on him. Pass to Zizic. He shoots again, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Barea looking over the floor. Jackson in the corner. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. Finney-Smith passes to Jackson. From 13, whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available, that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them, because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here is Nance to the wing right side. Henson in the post, guarded by Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's 6 points for Henson.
Now, this is where he should operate. Henson has developed his skills, but has limited range.
Outside for Porzingis. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Yeah. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
It sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
did
frankly.
You? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Here's Garland, following the score by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nance. Porzingis with the block. Outside Curry. The dish now to Doncic. Back to Curry. Shoots over Garland. Curry's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
To the left side wing. Here's Sexton. It's good from long range.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's Doncic. To the inside. It's stolen by Nance. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Now the hands, the anticipation. Nance Jr., a great job there. Reaching out, tapping that ball away for the steal.
Brunson scanning the floor. He kicks to Doncic. Pass to Curry. And here is Marjanovic. And Henson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Now here's Sexton. Here's the floater. And Nance kicks to Henson. And that one, good. Henson's got 4 this quarter.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now, here's Doncic. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. Offensive rebound. Out to Doncic. They shoot again. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 24 points.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
For Cleveland, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the 4th quarter. They're 7 of 12. Garland, that misses off the backboard. Dallas leading by 19 points. And here's Brunson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 26 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now the pass to Henson. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 17. Left side Curry. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Garland. Nance dishes to Garland. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Well, Cleveland shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Here's Osman, guarded by Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need, and need to be complete as people.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Inside, here's Curry. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The first free throw is good. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt
Chamberlain,
Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. The free throw drops for Curry.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And both free throws good for Curry. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Yes. And so here's Cleveland following the score by Dallas. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Brunson. Back to Doncic. The 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Out to Porzingis. 3-pointer. Pass to Marjanovic. The first one falls. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Osman, guarded by Jackson, to the middle, knocked away, stolen by Jackson. Passes it to Brokaw. On the wing, Jackson. The pass to Marjanovic. Over Martin. Marjanovic, no good. And Justin Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Free throw good, Martin. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And so he hits both. 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Knight against Barea. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Overnight, Jackson trying to break free. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Shot on the wing. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Now here's Porzingis. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Osman. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.